Welcome back to the Road Show this morning in The Buzz. We're doing something a little bit different because with Valentine's Day coming up, we decided to bring in a love expert.
Yep.
Hello.
Good morning.
And he's got some helpful tips on how to help your relationship thrive. This is author and Dr. Dan Stein. And one of the books is Passionate Sex and Discovering the Power in You, the Special Power in You. Very interesting.
Yes.
First of all, I want to talk about, you know, Vince and I come from very different backgrounds. As a guy...
well, not just the obvious.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, as a guy, though, I think his expectations, and as a woman, my expectations of how to approach a relationship are very different. What are the main emotional differences between men and women? Just a small question.
I think that's a very interesting question. Vis-a-vis love, I think men are much more focused on the act itself, on passionate physical loving. Women, on the other hand, respond much more to subtlety, communication, talking, flirting, romance, building the heat.
So how do you reconcile the two?
Well, I think that we need to understand there are gender differences. Men and women think differently. For example, we don't even see the same colors when we look. We certainly have different hormone levels. Men have high testosterone, women have low. Women communicate in visual images, which is why romantic Valentine's cards are so perfect for women. Men, on the other hand, are much more verbal cognitive. Right. We want to hear the reason behind this. We want to understand the mechanics behind how the car works. We want to understand how that football game is being played and who made that bad pass and who fumbled. See, so it's a total difference in communication.
So are you saying that, you know, when it comes to communicating your love and the depth of your care for a man, you really need to explain the reasons maybe why you are in love with that person?
Oh, I think you need to communicate that you care for that person. And that communication isn't just making love. For a man, if you make love to him, he thinks, oh, she loves me.
Everything's good.
For a woman, it's not so. For a woman, you have to warm her up, build her heat, build the anticipation, communicate you love her. And that's why I'm suggesting a twist on this Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I thought this was interesting, the twist that you're talking about. You were saying that maybe women should bring the men flowers and the men chocolates and that sort of thing.
Well, I think it's a great idea, but I think women should make Valentine's Day a special day for love and for him. And that may be flowers. Some guys don't like flowers, but women always like flowers.
Right.
So
One thing I noticed reading in your book that you seem clear across the board is that those who do not make love are not happy people. That if you have the ability and that you do make love, the physical act of love, that you are a happier person. You're less depressed. You go about your day better. But how you do that, that's the trick.
And that is the trick. So yes, every study that's been done in the last 10 years have shown that people that make love regularly have stronger relationships, they have less stress, they have less anxiety, they have less depression. This is a depressing situation in the world around us. You listen to the news every day, we want to crawl in a hole and say this is not our world.
Well, Dr. Stein, thank you so much for being here this morning. Passionate Sex is the book. It's at bookstores now.
I've started to read it so far, and I'm into it, so I highly recommend it.
Hey, Courtney, over to you.
We're talking about Valentine's Day and if folks are making plans for this year on the live blog and on our poll on foxprovidence.com. I'm going to read about one comment from the live blog right now. This one's from Lisa. She said, we usually give each other a card, but my husband usually buys me candy or flowers, sometimes both. Then I always get a heart-shaped cake and a present for my birthday because it's the day before Valentine's Day. So she's making out pretty well each year. Here's our poll right now on our homepage. Do you make plans for Valentine's Day? A, yes, we are going all out this year. B, sort of, we go out but don't buy gifts. Or C, nope, too much pressure to get it right. So you can weigh in there, and at the end of the show I'll see what you all are saying. Don't hesitate to get on our Facebook page as well. But for now, we're going to head back to the kitchen where Vince is making more Girl Scout cookie desserts. What's happening in there?